What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles YouTube channel. This week we're doing another regionals question and answer. Once again, we have Kevin again. Thanks for joining, Kevin. We have five-time regional champion over there, kind of in this corner, I guess. Isra Sosa. And to my left or to your right, whoever you look at it, is Rob himself. And Jackson, how y'all doing today, everybody?
Awesome.
Yeah, pretty good.
All right, so the first thing to note is that this weekend there's actually another commentating, I guess, crew, and Rob is actually the one doing it. And I know, Rob, you said there was like, what, 3 other people doing it as well with you?
As far as I know, but I don't have all the details yet. I'm not really an important person there, so as far as I know, the goal was to have 4.
I'm just commentating, but I'm not that very important. That line does not go to your...
I don't have any inside info or nothing, right? But
I think one of the persons is Nicolina. I will say that. I think it's
yes,
Nicolina.
for sure.
Yeah.
I'm hoping she's with me.
There you go. And I know Pablo was trying it too, so maybe Pablo is coming out. I don't know. Nothing's confirmed about Pablo though. So.
That would be good, though. That would be really good.
All right, Kevin, we had you on last week. How'd you do past weekend?
Kind of disappointing. I tied 3 of my first 4 rounds. I don't know. I played Decidueye, and I think my problem is I tried too hard to do the right thing every game, and it just took too long to figure out the right thing.
You just got.
I think it's actually better to just like not care if you're making the right play and just play faster. So that was kind of my fault, but I had a lot of fun at the tournament. So
okay. And so I know we didn't have you on last week, but did you go to regionals last weekend?
Yes, I did.
All right, how'd you do, sir?
I finished first day, second seed, and then completely flopped in day 2. Didn't win a single game.
Ooh.
Oh.
I've done
it was
that
horrible.
before.
It's depressing.
You know what's more depressing? When you do it at every single regionals and cut. That's what I did one year. Good old flip-flop format. One day you play standard, next you play expanded, and you go 0-5 almost every single day. I did win one game because of a bye. So.
Oh, there you go.
That was in Florida. So Kevin made top 8 with Florges.
yeah.
Yeah. All right, so Rob, I know y'all haven't played in a long time, but are you excited for this weekend?
Very excited. Very excited. Jackson's going back into the game area, and I'm going behind the mic. So, yeah. Quite exciting.
All right, so we got a couple questions here. Let's see. The first question, like always, who will win and with what? And I don't know. You can't say yourself. I mean, I know Sosa really wants to say himself because it's like he can win his 6th regionals championship in the 6. Like everything kind of like lines up. But
6 God.
But you can't say yourself. That doesn't count. So all right, Kevin, who are you gonna pick to win this weekend?
Well, I'm not Israel, so I'll say Israel Sosa.
And with what though?
Attaboy.
Oh man, that's a real nail biter. What deck is he gonna play in
I think it's
expanded?
gonna be like Volcanion, maybe.
Probably. You know what?
Celigor.
I think he's gonna play Trevenant. I hear he like really hates dark decks. So
I definitely agree.
All right, so how about you? If you had to pick someone else besides yourself, who would you pick to win this weekend?
I will either say Russell Lepar or John Pham. Russell's been going a little bit really hard on this Flygon idea, so depending on what he hits, you never know. I mean, I don't know the deck. I mean, it might have good match, it might have bad.
Man, I love Flygon, but I'm not on Russell's team right there. Like, it's a dead deck, Russell.
And then John, I think he's going to play like Turbo Dark, and he's always been consistent in regionals, so, I mean, I feel like he might finally have his breakout.
Okay. How about you, Robin Jackson? How do you feel? Who would you pick somebody to win this weekend that's not you?
My heart wants to say one of the Lesage brothers, but I can't say their deck because I actually know it, right?
Yeah, I understand.
I'm gonna go with Simon Wong.
Playing Lugia?
is he playing Lugia?
Some plasma deck. Yeah.
All right, Jackson, how about you? If you had to pick somebody to win, you can pick your age division. Forget Masters. Who would you pick to win your age division?
I'd have to go with all the averages. Probably Michael Long.
Yeah. He's the best senior in the game today, yeah.
He's been hot recently, just like always placing in tournaments, so.
What deck? Do you know what deck he might be playing or no?
Not good.
Come on.
Yeah. He's got to keep the secrets.
Something dark, maybe?
Yeah.
Evisol?
That's a good call since probably 50% of the field, at least 50, will be dark, right?
Yeah, probably. That's fair
Turbo
enough.
Evital.
All right, Kevin. This kind of, I mean, I guess this question could be to Rob and Kevin, but we know Kevin has played this deck a lot. Thoughts on Primal Groudon in the meta right now? So you to Kevin.
It's kind of in a weird place. Wobbuffet is really good against like everything. The problem is if people are playing Silent Lab and something that hits the bench, like so if the Yveltal decks are going to be playing Silent Lab, it's really hard to deal with. And also, like, if anybody's playing Decidueye and Expanded, I'm not really sure how big it's going to be, but that's also very hard to deal with. There's a couple different ways you can play it. Yeah, I kind of went more like a consistent version at last regionals, but, you know, the California guys always used to do the heavy Enhanced Hammer version, which is also pretty good, so that might be the route to take if you're going to try to play Groudon. I'm kind of undecided. I kind of feel shaky about it, though.
Okay. And how about you, Rob? I know y'all have tested, Primal Groudon a lot. How do you feel about the meta with it right now?
I think Kev hit it on a nail. It's just short. I don't think it's a good call in this meta, but it could surprise people. Wobbuffet is so strong right now. So strong. I mean, they're getting their Hoopas out under it, but so many people just draw dead with a Wob start, right?
Yeah, a lot of Expanded is really Shaman based early on.
Yeah. And Jirachi.
Shaman Jirachi.
Yeah.
I know last week when we had, both the decks that kind of got first and second were like very energy denial. I mean, we see Grant playing quad Wob with that's pretty much it. I mean, you can kind of mimic the same thing and just take out the Jolteon, whatever, put a Primal Groudon in. That's what I was kind of thinking of this weekend. It might be okay, but like Kevin said, how does it deal with Decidueye? I think it might have a fine Decidueye matchup if you play that version. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of requests for tropical beaches online, so I'm guessing it's going to...
Hey, maybe they're all playing Flygon.
Maybe.
Next level stuff right there.
Did Russell write a new article about Flygon?
I think he might do it this week.
Alright, so the next question is, Yveltal's Maxi doesn't win the event, what will? And I guess the real question is, what does Yveltal Maxis lose to? So if you were sitting down and there's one deck you don't want to see, what is that deck?
I mean, me personally, I don't care what's in front of me.
Don't lie.
I just know. No, I mean, I feel confident in myself. I don't care about the meta. It's just me playing the deck itself. But if it's for any other Yveltal Maxi players, I feel like they feel a little bit uncomfortable with the Volcanion matchup. Just because it's just way too fast and they're hitting hard and they play heavy stadium, so Silent Lab won't stick and it just pretty much. But everything else is 50-50. So I mean, that's probably the one matchup I would personally be I don't want to see, but I mean I don't mind it.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Now the next question, if you don't know, this past weekend there was a Mega Alakazam deck that made top 32, which is very interesting. I didn't believe it at first, and I saw that it was confirmed. And Rob, here's my question to you. I guess since we know you're always as the rogue guy, you always play these very interesting decks. And how do you feel about Mega Alakazam make a cut? Is it just a fluke, or is this proof that any deck can do well?
The night before, Russell said he was playing it. So
he always says he's playing Mega Alakazam.
No, but he went over matchups with it, and I felt decks like that have to come in as a surprise, right? They can be countered quite easily, but when they step out and no one's expecting it, that's the time for them to win. You can't repeat it though. He's top 32, so no one really cares. You may see more, right? Yeah. But if it ever got big, it's so easy to counter. So it's a good deck.
Actually, a funny story about that is that Johnny was mentioning it to Russell. Russell mentioned it to me, and then like I started testing it for like 10 to 15 hours, like the weekend before the Virginia, and I was like, the first couple hours, I was like, oh man, this is actually a really good deck. Like, you know, it has a good matchup against most things. Like, it doesn't feel uncomfortable. Decidueye doesn't seem that half bad, but after a while, it started having its flaws, and that's what kind of Johnny faced out there in day 2. It's just like he just kept whiffing energies or kept whiffing Spirit Links, dead drawing. I mean, that kind of stuff just kind of happened, so that's why I kind of faded from the idea. But I mean, like that deck itself, like has some really decent matchups.
Okay.
You were gonna play it too?
I was thinking about it. I was like, I didn't want to take Yveltal with me for the weekend. I wanted to try like a different deck, see if, since standard has been a little bit off for me, I just kind of wanted to make day 2 just to prove a point that, you know, I'm not lacking in standard. I'm just not a expanded player. But, you know, I was trying different ideas, and Alakazam was actually pretty good. But it just has its flaws.
All right. So, the next question is about expanded stuff, and one of the big decks last year was Night March. I mean, everybody can pretty much say that Night March was everywhere, and we've kind of seen it a little bit this year, but I don't know if... I know Kevin hasn't played Night March. I know Sosa definitely hasn't played Night March, and Rob, I don't know if he played Night March, but how do you think Night March does this meta right now? And I don't know who to really, like... I guess, like, Sosa has the most expanded experience? I'm not sure.
Night March is like one of those decks is just like you just kind of have to just go with it, just hope for the best kind of matchups kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like the play. It never is the play. It's just usually just like it's a cheap deck, and you could win games if they're just dead drawing because you're just hitting really hard, really quick, and it doesn't dead draw. But it's, I don't know. It's just nowadays just with Decidueye and like stuff like that, and like you have to going first in each game is like kind of big for the deck. Not like in the past where it's like it's kind of like not item lock base and you can get around with kind of things, and like Yveltal Maxi's deck wasn't fully like developed at the time.
Yeah.
I don't know.
How about you, Kevin? How do you think Night March does this meta right now?
I think it's like really risky right now because Trevenant was the thing holding it back beforehand and expanded, and there's like way less Trevenant now, but you also have more Vileplume decks popping up, and it has a really hard time with both Vileplume decks. Actually, the Lurantis is, I think, going to be a little bit better in expanded than Decidueye, at least from what I saw at last expanded regionals. I was more impressed with it anyway. Super consistent, 210 in your face, doing 70 or 40 damage first turn and getting energy back. Plus, if you get the item lock first turn, then yeah, I think it's probably just fading out of the expanded meta right now because of mostly those things, and also it was never that much better than 50-50 against big decks like Yveltal.
True. What about you, Rob? Do you have anything else to add on to that?
I wouldn't be surprised if it won. I feel quite a bit different than these two. I think with the inclusion of Tauros now to cover its bad matchups, I don't see why it couldn't win. I think that it's solid, and you're right. It never dead draws. It can win games. Yveltal is going to be popular. It's I wouldn't think it's a bad play at all.
Yeah. I mean, Tyler made did he make top 8 or did he whiff top 8 at Portland?
No, he made top 8. He made top 8,
Yeah.
but lost in top 8.
Yeah, but still, like Rob said, it does definitely have a chance. But can it go all the way? You just got to hit matchups, and I think that's all it comes down to. Can you with the Decidueye matchups and the Vileplume stuff? And I think you might have a shot for sure. So I guess this question is going to be just towards Kevin because he's played this deck a couple times. Kevin, how do you feel about Mega Gardevoir for this weekend?
Like with both Gardevoirs, probably.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know.
I don't know. It's tough. It's slightly slower than almost everything in the format. Just because you have to like Geomancy multiple times usually. I mean, you can try to go like faster with elixirs and turbos, but generally that's less consistent. You get Wonder Energy, which is exciting. If anybody's playing Excelgor and Expanded, then you can deal with that pretty well. That's all I gotta. I mean, it's just too slow, I think, to really compete.
Okay. All right. So this next question is actually a really good question. What are the most popular decks you guys see being played this weekend? Will it look more like St. Louis, Portland, neither, or a little bit both? Because if you look at St. Louis, it wasn't really like super dominated by dark, but of course when you go to the West Coast, it's like they don't ever have the lights turned on. It's just like Evital and Dark are just running around everywhere like crazy, and I don't know what's going on over there. But I don't know how Canada usually goes. Are they more dark city, or are they like everything else? Rob, how does it usually look up there? Is it dark always, or is everything?
Well, you say Canadian, but this one for sure is going to be probably more Americans at this one, I would think, right? You guys are all coming in here. And our meta is different, without a doubt. We all usually play things outside the meta. It's more common. Simon will play something plasma. You can, right? He'll do something crazy.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, the Lesages stick to it. They stick to the meta usually. I don't know. I don't know how to look at it. It's going to be different because it's so big. It's so much bigger. I won this event. I won regionals, but totally different than this. Like 100 players, right? And what are we at now? 4, 5? I don't know.
We're looking at 400 now.
Yeah.
But coming from a commentary standpoint, Rob, what do you think you are going to see more of this weekend?
Dark.
Okay.
I like it.
Yes. Dark and Evital Maxis. I think I'm not sure, but it'll be split somewhere down the middle, and it'll take probably over half the field. That's my guess.
Okay. How about you, Kevin? Do you think it's gonna be a dark meta up there, or you think other stuff's gonna show up?
I think we saw, at least on the West Coast, that it's very strong still. Some people try to write off dark, but it's just always going to be one of the best decks. Like Rob said, the Canadians are known for not exactly playing the most popular decks, so you're going to probably see a few wacky things make day 2, if I had to guess. There's a lot of good players in Canada, so I wouldn't be surprised if a few of them broke through. But yeah, I would say, I mean, the highest number of decks in day 2 is going to be with Dark Energy.
That's true. I know Sosa's answer. We know he thinks Dark's going to be everywhere, so... The next question is, what is hype for this weekend? I mean, obviously you see these three people talking about Dark, but is there any other deck that I guess don't want to reveal any secrets if there is any, but is there any other decks that you've heard people talking about, like, oh, I might play Volcanion or Groudon, or maybe go Trevenant Selgor or Swab Selgor? Is there any other, like, a lot of talks I've heard about any of the decks, or no?
It's been pretty quiet so far. But I mean, like a couple of weeks ago, I've been hearing rumors that Volcanion might make an appearance since it has like the best shot against Evital.
Huh.
Just because of the speed, but I don't know. It's been quiet. Too quiet. And the people are just like either having fun with this or they're actually keeping something secret. Like you never know. I mean, like just like this Virginia Regionals, Grant came out of nowhere with this Jolteon deck. Quad Wobbuffet, so I mean, like, who knows? Maybe something crazy might pop up over there. We are going to the right spot for a Rogue deck.
Yeah. I think part of it might just be that like everybody was so focused on Standard for Virginia that like people didn't have a ton of time to figure out Expanded, so they're probably just going to fall back on what they know. I know I haven't really been testing a ton of Expanded. I was doing mostly Standard.
That's true. How about you, Rob? You think there might be a secret somewhere? Or you think not really?
Oh, without a doubt. You'll see it in Seniors. You'll see a secret deck in Seniors.
There we go. So maybe we'll have some Senior streamed.
I might have a Pokemon playing it in the Masters. I don't know yet.
Ooh. All right. So Roll said, "What deck am I winning with?" Well, Roll, you're probably not winning.
I second that.
If Raul was going to win with anything this weekend, he's probably playing Volcanion, because that's what he played at St. Louis, correct?
Volcanion's good, though. It is just the Blacksmith alone just changes that deck quite a bit, right? And Keldeo, obviously. Keldeo Floatstone helps it a lot, too, right?
Yeah.
Definitely.
All right, so someone said, is Selgor going to perform well this weekend? We've talked a lot about Dark, Volcanion, but Selgor has always been like kind of that sleeper deck, and like when a good player plays a Sogor, like usually they always make top 8. Like I think Mike Fouché played it and made top 8, or he made it second place. Or did he win?
Second place, yeah.
At second place. So like, do you think a Sogor has a chance in this meta right now, or no? How are you, Kevin? What do you think about Sogor?
I think it always has a chance. There's going to be a high percentage of people in the field that aren't prepared for it. So you hit the right people, and you definitely go on win streaks with that deck. So I would not be shocked to see it top 8 again. It's going to be there's not going to be many people playing it. So it's not going to get in based on numbers. It's going to be like somebody who's really practiced and hits good matchups.
Like Bob might play it, or maybe Mike might play it. There's always players who usually always run around with a Sogor. So if they do make it, watch out for them because they might be playing it for sure. So about you, how do you think Evitar really deals with these Sogor Wob decks, especially now since when I look at the Evitar decks, I really don't see too much Keldeo anymore.
It's just one of those things that we just kind of have to accept. Like if you do face it, like that's the risk we're gonna have to take if we're taking out Keldeos for more consistency. But even then, like we have AZ. If you keep Sableye, then you have another way out to keep looping the AZs until you break the setup. I mean, I feel like it's not a bad matchup. I personally haven't faced it, but in theory, I think it's like 50-50 depending on what's prized, what's not prized. If you just keep flipping the stadiums, I think it'll be all right.
Okay. Hey, Rob, are you there?
Yeah. Am I frozen?
Yeah, your camera's frozen.
You guys are frozen too, and Josh, yours is the funniest looking. I gotta check and show it to you.
I don't.
Sure. Anyways, I have tested Excelgor Wob quite extensively. I really think it's good, but I play heavy Getsus in it to make sure they can't get their Via Seekers. So as soon as they pop their AZs or whatever, I know it's in the discard. I try to Getsus every turn and then Masharna for my needed cards, right?
Okay.
I think it's a very strong play. Very strong.
All right. So the next guy says Rainbow Road, Decidueye, Sable Guard, Primal Guard on Night March, Totina, Tauros Garb, Lorantis Plume Evolution. Do any of these look good for Canada? And I think, like, the interesting thing about expanding right now is, like, any of these decks could seem good. I mean, Rainbow Road can blow up out of nowhere. Decidueye, Sable Guard, Primal Guard on Night March, Totina. We've talked about all these decks already. I don't know about Lorantis Plume Evolutions, though. That's something I don't really know about. Maybe just like Lorantis Plume. But do any of these look good for Canada? I mean, am I crazy, or like all these decks actually look good?
Well,
Pretty much anything has a chance.
What'd you say, Sosa?
The amount of players.
You're good. You're good, Jackson.
Oh, but the amount of players that you're gonna have, you're probably gonna see just about every deck that they just named. So.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Am I still frozen?
Yeah, you're still frozen. You
Yeah.
can try to turn your camera off, turn it back on if you want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do I do that?
There's a.
There's a button. There's next to the mic. There's a camera looking thing. Turn off video.
Old guy trying to Skype.
Okay, so bottom of the screen, there's like 4 buttons,
Oh,
3 blue
yeah.
ones. Yeah,
Gotcha. You're good at this.
I learned today. So
All right, how about you, Kevin? Do you think any of these decks look good for Canada?
Sure. I mean, the 2 big ones I think that I heard were the 2 Vileplume decks. Any Vileplume deck has a shot. Groudon, if you know the deck really well, you can have a shot if you don't hit too many Silent Labs. Yeah, what else? Sableye Garb does not have a chance because that deck is bad.
I agree.
poor thing.
I don't remember what else.
It might have a chance if the Dark decks decide not to play Sableye for some odd reason.
That would be really dumb. I don't even know what I don't even know what to say if they take it out.
Like, guys, if you're playing Evital this weekend, you don't have Sableye in your deck, you definitely just throw a Sableye in there and you just auto win Sableye Garburner. Like,
You have Getsus and Sableye, you win. There's no if, ands, buts about it. You just make sure you battle compressor with Getsus and AZ, you're fine.
hey, there you
You
go,
just
Rob, you're
win.
back.
I am back.
Yeah, you're back.
Yep.
You're good. You're good. You're golden.
You guys are still frozen. How do I fix that?
You're not frozen.
No, just
so-
don't worry about that. Yeah, don't worry about it.
I don't want to fix it. These are some pretty entertaining faces.
Alright, let's see. Somebody's asking about internationals, which I don't care too much about. Like, the meta's like way up in the air for internationals. Someone said, what's your favorite way to eat cheese? I don't know what that means.
Pizza.
Swiss.
Fair enough. I'd say probably like on a hamburger, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Alright, so I guess like the last like real question, everybody else like kind of threw like dumb question. Somebody said Night March with or without Mr. Mime, BKT, Night March with Megaphone and Tool Scrapper. So, would you put Mr. Mime in your Night March deck? Yes or no?
If I was playing Night March, yes.
Did no, Rob?
Yeah. I
I
it
don't
matters.
agree. Yeah, I wouldn't play it. I really don't think it matters. I think there's too many ways around it.
All right.
I just think it's worth the spot. I think I'd use the spot for something else. But
How about you, Kevin? Would you play it in there?
Well, considering I lost my win in St. Louis because the night march I played had Mr. Mime in it, and I played Landorus EX in my Groudon, so yeah, go ahead and play it. You'll beat me.
Alright, so I mean that's like all the real questions. There's not too much about expanding. It's a format that we've lived in a very long time, and I know a lot of people aren't really friends of it. But I guess I have a couple questions like overall. Like I guess the first question for you, Rob, is this weekend. I know you said you don't know too much, but do you know how you are picking people, or if you are streaming like just masters, or junior, seniors, all that kind of good stuff?
well, I know the last event she did 2 streams at the same time, so that's a possibility. But the first round of the day is always exclusive to the, what do they call it, the VIP, whatever, you pay a little extra money for the
The
VIP.
extra money.
Yeah. Did you guys? I registered Jackson, but I think they were sold out of that right away. I'm not sure what they called it, but it's exclusive to those people anyway. So that's about all I know. I'm sure that the seniors and junior finals will be as well, and hopefully she gets the 2 cameras going. Maybe that's why she has the 4 commentators.
Yeah.
Maybe there is breaks. Maybe it's full on all day.
I'd be excited for that.
Double the stream, double the party.
Yeah. All right. So I guess my question for Kevin and Sosa about the stream: what is something you want to see this weekend that we really didn't have last weekend in Virginia? If there's anything that we really missed, I know both of you are playing, so it's kind of hard to not know what was missing. But I mean, is there anything you could tell from this weekend that you wish there was something there?
Yeah, I watched a little bit of the stream. They did not have those generic Pokemon T-shirts I asked for to cover up the team jerseys. So I hope they really institute that in Canada.
There you go, Rob. You need some Pokemon shirts so that way we can have team favors there.
No.
What's the problem with that?
It's just a joke from when Pokemon ran the stream. It was kind of a bummer though, because first round I got randomly paired to Danny Altavia, and it was a round 1 rematch of the finals from last year's Virginia, and they didn't stream us. They just streamed like one of the ARG guys or something.
Yep.
It's pretty lame.
Yeah.
But oh well.
How about you, Sosa? Anything you wish you would have saw from this past weekend that there was there this weekend?
I didn't really look at the stream yet,
Okay.
but looked fine to me from the playing point of view.
Now this is my only suggestion, Rob. I don't know if this is possible. In between rounds, it was kind of dead. There was like no music. They didn't really like talk. They could have like done something in between matches. There was no time clock either. So if you like randomly just popped into the stream, you really didn't have no idea what was going on unless some nice guy was like, "Oh, we're in between rounds." Usually when you're like, "What's going on?" people are like just like
Yeah.
said something negative towards you and didn't really like help you out at all. So
Some of
that's-
those breaks were quite long too, right? They were really long.
Yeah, so like I don't know if maybe y'all can like break down decks or
We are.
talk
I've
about.
been warned.
You could like maybe give updates, like because I know a lot of people like they go to Verbeek and the Hey Fonte, they want to see updates automatically. Maybe y'all give like right then and there like updates and maybe like do player interviews that weren't even on stream. Maybe they talk about their match or something. I don't know. Just something to kill like dead time is what I would suggest.
I was told I was on camera between rounds. I wasn't like given like exactly what's going on, but I do have to wear a suit, so I am on camera, right?
Ooh. Maybe
Suit
be
and tie.
like
Ooh.
maybe be like out in the field and like like reporting or something, like talking to people. Oh, excuse me, Sosa, how's your last match? Like,
Yeah, I
It
don't
was
know.
sexy.
Simone's got the master plan, right?
yeah, true. Okay, all right. So, I guess looking forward, I know this is like we haven't tested this and nobody really knows about Guardians Rising too much, but unfortunately, I've been testing Expanded with Guardians Rising. Is there anything that you think will change Expanded with Guardians Rising, or do you think it's still gonna be the same old stale stuff?
Do we have any expanded tournaments in Guardians?
No, we're done
format?
for the season.
We're done for the
We're
season.
done for the
Not
season.
anymore.
Well, that's it.
Not anymore.
What about
Wow.
Seattle?
This is it.
Seattle standard.
No, standard. Everything is standard.
Your testing's for nothing, Squeaky.
Oh my goodness! Here I am testing Trevin and a Selgor with the new Phantoms and everything.
For
Nothing.
nothing.
Just win all those PTCGO tournaments.
hmm
Okay, so I guess here's my question: should Pokemon kill off Expanded? Yes or no?
No.
All right, so says can only win Expanded tournaments.
Hey.
Hey. Still say no.
Just start playing water. It's the same thing.
I am. But it's not the same.
It's the same.
I don't have Sableye. I don't have Homeboy Darkrai. I don't want to use Manaphy. It's not the
Yeah.
same.
That's
It's
true.
pretty bad.
What about you, Rob? Do you think they should get rid of Expanded, or do you think they should keep it? for
I
next
think they
season?
should keep it, but I still think they should rotate sets every year. I mean, we're black and white on, right?
Yeah.
I think they should
Yeah.
rotate sets, but I think the easiest answer is probably just to ban some cards. But rotating
Which-
sets would slowly put these lethal cards out of play, and I think that might be the way to go about it.
What about you, Kevin? Keep Expanded?
Well, I mean, like you said, didn't something get announced recently that they're
yes.
going to be trying to
There's
keep
our
up with the
banning
ban
cards.
list?
Yeah, Pokemon said they're gonna maybe ban some expanded cards. Look into it. So here's my question: if they were gonna ban expanded cards, what would they ban? Like, is it? Is guesses really that broken? Is like Dark Patch? I don't like what cards. What are like super broken that make expanded not fun? Maybe Archeops. That's the only one I can really see. Anybody else have any ideas or want to elaborate? Forest?
Forest.
I mean, Forest isn't that much more broken and expanded than standard, and they never banned that.
But it's also you have to consider like we have Battle Compressor and expanded. It's so much easier to get turn 1 Vileplume than it is in standard.
Yeah, it's easier. I don't know. I think if they do something, the first thing would probably be Archeops, just because it shuts down everything they're trying to print now, like with all the GXs and all that.
Yeah.
So that would be my guess. I hope they try to spice things up.
I think they might do it a bit differently. Since my dad was talking about rotating sets, Archeops is one of the first black and white sets, so they could rotate his set out.
That would be the easiest way to do it, and it keeps it fresh, right? And they could still ban cards, but I mean, why not just make it everything? Give us Junk Arm for expanded.
Oh
Oh,
no!
God.
Please don't.
Ooh.
No.
Oh, I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one.
Yes,
Right?
I would.
That'd be too much fun.
I'll Junk Arm 2 Darks for Dark Patch, and then I'll Dark Patch, and then I'll Max Elixir, and then I'll.
Shaman to bring all these energies into one Eviltal.
And you would have Execute with Junk Arm. It would just be so you could just do anything, right?
Play 12 dark patches in a game.
Oh,
Really funny, yeah. But does anybody else want to say anything else before we head out? I think we covered pretty much all about expanded and everything there's to it. I mean, nothing has really changed between Portland and now, unfortunately. And like everybody else said, this is the last expanded tournament of the year, and it's in Canada, so I know a lot of people can't really travel to it. But anybody else want to say anything else before we head out?
shut
I can't
up.
think of anything
Want to give
smart.
a shout out, Sosa? Give your shout out, Sosa. Do it.
Shout out to someone's PC. Shout out to Ultimate Guard. Shout out to Team Brandon. And then
Brandon.
shout out to my future 6th regional win. That one spot next to my shelf full of trophies. It's kind of quiet there. Needs one more. That way I can put the tape on the trophy. Says 6 God.
All right, how about you, Kevin? You want to say anything else before we head out?
No, looking forward to this weekend. Going to be a lot of fun being in Canada, hanging out with those guys. Shout out to Squeaky for making these videos again. They're fun.
Yeah. And how about you, Rob? Anything else you want to say before you head out?
Not much. Just thankful for you having me tonight, and yeah, thankful for you, my man. Josh, you're a boss at this. You we all owe you. You're a great asset to the community. Period.
Is Jackson still there? Your camera froze again. I can't see if he's there or not.
Yeah, he's here.
How about
I'm
you,
here.
Jackson? You want to say anything else before you head out?
Goodbye.
Bye.
All right, guys. Oh, well, I guess.
Oh,
Oh,
maybe.
oh,
Whoa,
they're
whoa.
back. They're back. Oh, okay, we're good. We're good. You left there for a second, Rob. I know you couldn't tell.
Oh no, but you guys have been frozen the whole time, and you know what? Don't kick it yet, because
I ain't gonna kick you yet. I ain't gonna kick you. Take your picture.
you're gonna want to see yourself. It's,
All
Wait,
right.
you can screen share.
oh yeah, how do
It'd
I?
be
see
easier.
it? I'm on a Mac.
Okay, you go to the same 4. There's the same 4 buttons on the bottom, and there's this plus one,
Oh yes.
and then it says share screens.
Oh man, we're gonna see all together. I'm not gonna stop this
Oh,
recording.
that's
We're
it.
gonna see what this looks like.
And then start.
Yep. It's
You
gonna
get that?
unfreeze. Nope.
You don't get it? No.
Let's see.
Oh, here it.
Uh,
There we go. Oh no, it's actually a video for us.
Really?
Yeah.
wait,
Yeah.
I don't see it. I don't see it.
They were,
Now it's covering.
You gotta move it. Just lost like.
All right.
There we go.
All right. I'll post it in the comments.
All right.
Or just send me on Facebook and I'll put it at the end of the video. I'll put it at the very end of the video. I'll show the picture. We'll show what we all look like. But guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hope you learned something new about the expanded. Oh, Rob, what's the Twitch handle for this weekend?
Kamone.
Monet.
Kemony.
Wait, what's going on here?
There we go. What is happening right now? Why is there a spinning wheel?
Correct.
Yeah, I know. Wait, hold on. What's going on here? Is the screen share finally happening?
It's the same. They've done the Canadian regionals and provincials, I think, every year for might be 3 years now.
Okay. And guys, don't worry. If you want to learn more about the stream, there'll be a video on Saturday morning. I'll link directly to the stream, have all the times and the schedule and everything
Yes.
like that for Saturday and Sunday. So make sure you pay attention to that if you want to watch the stream this weekend. But guys, I don't know what's happening right now. Skype is going crazy. There's a spinning circle in the middle now. But guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Good luck this weekend, everybody. Thank you for joining and helping me out in this video. I really do appreciate it a lot. But have a great day. Alrighty. Bye. Alright guys, I just want to give a quick shout out to our 3 sponsors, 60 Cards, Yeti Gaming, and the Pokemon Company International. Links to everything will be down below in the description. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Alrighty.